In a small, dusty town at the edge of the city lived a boy named Ayan. He was only 16 but carried the weight of a grown man's worries. His father had passed away when he was young, and his mother worked long hours washing clothes to earn just enough for food. Every day after school, Ayan would help his mother, collecting clothes, rinsing them by hand, and hanging them to dry under the burning sun. Despite their struggles, he never complained. He would look at the sky every evening and whisper to himself, "Someday I'll make life better for us. Someday we'll live with pride." But dreams don't come cheap, and Ayan's pockets were always empty. One morning on his way to school, Ayan stopped by a small tea stall. The owner, an old man named Rafik, greeted him warmly. "Ayan, you look tired, my boy. No breakfast again?" Ayan smiled shyly. "Not today, uncle. Maybe tomorrow." Rafik sighed and poured him a free cup of tea. As Ayan drank it gratefully, he noticed how many customers stopped by. Everyone needed tea in the morning. The thought stuck in his mind like a spark waiting to catch fire. That night he asked his mother, "Ammy, what if I start a small business? Something of my own?" She smiled sadly. "We don't even have enough money for your school books, Ayan. Business needs money." "I know," he said softly, "but maybe it only needs courage first." The next day, Ayan visited the market after school. He spent hours watching shopkeepers, observing how they talked, sold things, and treated their customers. He realized one thing: people didn't always buy what was cheapest, they bought what made them feel good. That night, lying under the dim light of a single bulb, he made a plan. He would start a small fresh juice stall in front of the school gate. Students were always thirsty after classes and most could afford a cup of juice. The only problem was money. Ayan gathered every coin he could find, from drawers, old boxes, even under the bed. The total came to 190 rupees, not even enough to buy the fruits, let alone a blender. But Ayan didn't give up. He went to Rafik uncle the next morning. "Uncle," he said nervously, "can I borrow your old blender? I'll return it soon, I promise." Rafik looked at the boy's hopeful eyes and nodded. "Dreams are worth more than money, my son. Take it." Ayan started with just 2 kilograms of oranges and a borrowed blender. He set up a small wooden crate outside the school and painted a sign with bright red letters. "Beverage box, Ayan's fresh juice, made with heart." At first the students laughed. Some said, "You're wasting your time." Others teased him. But Ayan smiled through it all and kept blending. On the first day he sold 7 cups. On the second, 12. By the end of the week he was selling more than 30 cups a day. Word spread fast, not because his juice was the cheapest but because of his kindness. He smiled at every customer, remembered their favorite fruits, and even gave discounts to those who couldn't pay full price. Within a month, Ayan had saved enough to buy a new blender, better cups, and even a colorful umbrella for shade. His small stall had turned into the most popular spot near the school. One afternoon, a man in a neat suit stopped by. "You're the boy everyone's talking about?" he asked. "Yes, sir," Ayan replied proudly. "Would you like some juice?" The man smiled and said, "Actually, I'm opening a cafeteria nearby. I've been looking for someone like you, hardworking and honest. Would you like to run the juice counter there?" Ayan's eyes widened. "Me? But I'm just a schoolboy." "Exactly," the man said. "A schoolboy with a businessman's heart." That day, Ayan's dream took its first big step. With the help of the man, he expanded his business, saved money for his mother's medicines, and even continued his studies. Years passed, and the small juice stall became a local brand known as Ayan's Fresh Blend, with branches in 3 cities. Whenever someone asked him how he started, he would smile and say, "With empty pockets and full dreams." Now, Ayan often visits schools to talk to young students. He tells them, "You don't need money to start. You need vision, patience, and a heart that refuses to give up. Because dreams, no matter how small they begin, grow stronger when watered with hope, effort, and belief." And every time he passes by Rafik uncle's old tea stall, he still stops for a cup of tea, not because he needs it but because that's where his dream first began. Moral of the story: true success isn't about what's in your pocket, it's about what's in your heart.